The Sex Ed with Tim podcast is recorded on the traditional territory of many nations, including the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Anishinaabe, the Chippewa, the Haudenosaunee, and the Wendat peoples, and is now home to many diverse First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people. We acknowledge that Toronto is covered by Treaty 13, signed with the Mississaugas of the Credit, and the Williams Treaty, signed with multiple Mississaugas and Chippewa bands.
You're listening to Sex Ed with Tim.
I am so weak.
You're telling me. You're powerful.
Am I?
Yeah.
How so?
Just you get a good grip.
Yeah.
That's it. Like you take your prey.
Is the Am I a predator? Oh no.
No, we won't say that.
Mm.
We're just drinking water.
You, Jew, are the definition of a great British pound.
Exactly, and like the pound, it goes down in value. Emphasis on going down.
Oh, you went down very easily.
I went down.
Oh my god. Well, that was. I'm still speechless. I'm still post-orgasmic, and we're only.
Don't you just love that? Like that, just after sex elation.
Yeah.
Like,
All the endorphins, the oxytocin, the cuddle feels.
That sounds so scientific. Yeah,
It's the cuddle feels. That's the science.
The cum on your chest.
Yeah.
The stickiness, and then thinking, Christ, I've got to wash the bed sheets.
As the.
But yeah, what you said is better.
Pretty accurate. Yeah, I hope so. I am a certified sexology educator, and never claim to be a good one, though.
Okay.
Well, that was great, and we are gonna keep fucking because we've got lots of time on our hands.
We have.
Which is amazing. But I like the whole checking in, kind of like post-sex aftercare. I think that's missing. No.
What do you mean the aftercare?
Aftercare, as in, like, for example, if you were doing a kink scene.
Okay.
You need to check in with your partner, no?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, if there's, if you're gonna, well, first of all, I feel like every and all sexual encounters, there should be an element of conversation beforehand as opposed to what you're kind of wanting and expecting. Because if you don't, even if it's just like a hookup, if you turn up to a hookup and you don't get what you wanted, then neither of you are happy, and then you just kind of get bitter and angry towards other people. Then I guess I don't know. You kind of, and otherwise you don't want to be wasting time. There's already a lot of time wasters out there anyway. You don't want to be wasting each other's time, so you kind of want to have that kind of conversation of, and people kind of home in on what people's tribes might be, and already have a pretense of what kind of kinks you like. But when it comes to going into specific kinks, and you need to know exactly how much, like what limits you put in place with one another. I don't know, for example, like water sports, right? Some people love to absolutely be drenched in it. Some people just like to piss on people. Some people like to receive it. Some people like it in the mouth, on the body, in the ass. They like to be more dominant and watch them control. I don't know. There's so many different kind of tiers within just that one kink. So yeah, absolutely have that conversation beforehand, and it is important to check in amongst all the way through to make sure it's you.
I mean, I do like how you checked in on me while you were fucking me.
Did I?
You did. You're like, you like this?
Oh yeah, okay. I do that so subconsciously.
Yeah.
I guess I'm such a caring person.
Aren't you? Your heart of ice actually grew 10 times larger that day.
I am. No, I do. I am. Do you know what? Especially if I'm topping and someone's bottoming for like who is maybe more inexperienced. I mean, you are clearly an experienced bottom. I have no concerns with you. Others, yeah, because I think some people get really put off by bottoming because some tops just come in and ram their dick straight in, right? And just like, Nothing but a prayer. No lube, no spit, no
spit.
no. Could you imagine?
No.
Well, no, people don't put enough on, or all sorts of things, and it can put people off bottoming. Also, some people who bottom who may not be on prep, for example, and still want to, or even if they are on prep, they still want to use condoms, for example. I'm not going to condom shame anybody. Somebody who wants to have safe sex. I personally feel like condoms are more uncomfortable in the ass. So again, if you're relatively new to bottoming and you want to use and you want safe sex, then you add the alien feeling of being fucked, having something up your ass, plus that rubber, which I know none of us really like. But at the same time,
I don't know them.
Right, exactly. At the end of the day, they serve a purpose and they do have value to them. And I respect anybody's wishes who wants to use them. But at the same time, they're not my preference and they are a little uncomfortable. So if, again, I'm an experienced bottom, I know what it's going to feel like. But someone who's new, it can really put people off.
Right.
So I definitely feel like just checking in with someone.
What do you think is a good bottom, in your opinion?
Someone who is douched. You mean like in terms of how tight they might be or how flexible they might be?
Whatever comes to mind.
I think a good bottom is, in my personal opinion, I don't like someone too tight. I want to get in there with some ease. I'll take my time, but I want to get in with some ease. Also, a bottom that you don't have to be really flexible. I'm not really flexible, unlike yourself. That is literally like 1 minute, like your legs are outside in the hallway, like picking up things off the floor, and your
like
body was
Ursula.
in it. Exactly. I'm not the most flexible, but it's just about getting into positions that are comfortable. Some people, I see it the most in missionary when someone's on their back and their legs are kind of like spread, they go stiff. People and then all of a sudden I'm kind of feel like I'm, I don't know, steering a horse or something. And when their legs go stiff, you need to breathe and you need to relax. If you're in doggy and you put your head flat against the floor and your ass up, it means the top has to then kind of come in and above.
Yeah, slope.
To on a slope. And then that means the top has got to be using their legs, their quads, their thigh, everything to kind of get the thrusting momentum to please the bottom. But if the bottom just picks their shoulders up and be more of a flat table, then it's... I understand why the bottom wants to do it. The bottom wants to put their head down and ass up because they're a slut, right?
Right.
So again, I feel like a good bottom just knows their positions and you can't just default to what you see in porn straight away.
The curved back.
The curved back, that doesn't make too much difference for me.
It doesn't?
No.
But you were naturally just curving your back while I was fucking you.
I do. So do you know what I do? When I'm in doggy, so my knees are on the floor, and then I use my fists and I push myself up.
Yeah.
So I have that curve. But it's not so much the curve I'm trying to do. I think I'm like a bulldog. like a bulldog walks like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, you can't see it.
It's almost like a gorilla.
Like a gorilla, exactly. How a gorilla would kind of stance with like their fists kind of like on the floor in front of them, and kind of like they kind of curve their shoulders and their back. When I get into that position, I'm at that point during sex where I'm like, yeah, I'm going into that kind of like lower chakra, one of the chakras. Honestly, keeping up with the chakras.
That's one of the Disney Plus.
One of the exactly one of the lower ones, not such the good ones. Had 4 kids, and yeah, that's when I get kind of that animal instinct coming in. So naturally, then I curve a bit like
primitive.
A gorilla sounds better than a bulldog. Bulldog sounds
silverback. Silverback gorilla.
Silverback,
silver being the cum on.
Come on, branding. So, what would you say makes a good bottom?
For me, I think it's knowing exactly what is going to happen in terms of your own digestion, being aware of the sensations, because a lot of bottoms who are not as experienced as you or me, they think that anal should just be painful and take it. and don't communicate.
No.
Yes, you need to communicate your
Yeah.
sensations because the top's not going to know
No.
how much it's hurting,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And on that note, there's also the point of a good top, which you were, and I hope I was, where you check in with the bottom because the asshole has so many nerve endings that only the bottom would know.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely down to. Oh, you said something. No, I've completely forgot. I lost my train of thought. Oh, that's it. That's I think we all get a little.
In our head,
hungry for massive cock. That's what I'm
the
trying to say.
academic terminology.
Right. That's the hungry for massive cock. You can tell I went to fucking university, didn't you? Honestly,
we are in a university.
University of McDonald's. My 2 stars. No, I didn't work at McDonald's. So, you know, when they say your eyes are bigger than your belly when it comes to ordering food, you order too much food and then you just can't eat all of it. And I think that's a lot of a case for no matter how experienced you are as a bottom, you are like, you just want the biggest, longest, fattest, thickest dick. And then you realize it's just not achievable.
Right.
So, you know, definitely live within your means.
You take on more than you can chew.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, unless you're really good at fucking oral, then you can chew as much as you fucking like.
Like, don't go all the way to like a traffic cone. Let's start something simple, like maybe your finger, or even like Ken doll. Probably not Ken doll. I don't know why I was.
Jesus Christ. Was that your childhood? I was shoving toothbrushes up my ass when I was a kid. I was like, what does this feel like? I'd had nothing else to put. What is long? I didn't want to put my finger up there. That was gross. So I put a toothbrush, not the bristly end.
Oh, the handle.
Just the handle.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's a little smarter than what my friend did, which is when he put the what do you call it? The knob of the sink. Yeah, and it was like a glass. Yeah.
Oh no.
Not great. I know. We shouldn't be laughing, but it is quite hilarious.
I mean, I'm assuming he was younger then.
Yes.
32 or 15. Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, we do stupid things as we're kids.
We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Yes!
Hey, you sick motherfuckers! I've got a special treat for you. Need a new toy to spice up your sex life? Head over to loveshop.ca/sexedwithtim and get yourself a cock ring, a dildo, a vibrator, or even a life-sized sex doll. Damn, I guess love really does come in all shapes and sizes. Get 15% off your entire order when you use code SEXEDWITHTIM at checkout. They're shipping to all of Canada and the United States because North America is horny. That's loveshop.ca/sexedwithtim and use code SEXEDWITHTIM for 15% off your entire purchase. Happy orgasm! Do you like feeling sexy and looking sexy? Of course you do. Only my listeners are sexy as fuck. I have partnered with fetishwear designer Dale Kuda to bring you the hottest deals on custom jockstraps, harnesses, hats, and more. Head over to dalekuda.com, that's DALEKUDA.com, and use code SEXEDWITHTIM at checkout for 25% off the entire store. Yeah, you heard me. 25% off. And cherry on top, free shipping. Oh my god. I have a few of the stuff that he has made for me, and girl, I'm wearing it right now. I'm wearing like a little jockstrap so that I could easily just like slip a little butt plug or dildo every now and then here and there, and I'm on the train, I'm just like, thank you, Dale. That's dalekuda.com with the code SEXEDWITHTIM for 25% off your entire purchase with free shipping. With a deal like that, I swear I could come buckets, honey.
The show is about to begin.
Yes!
How about like just a good sexual partner in general? What do you think?
Someone who's very, I mean, I like a lot of intimacy. I think someone who's very attentive to just the intimate moments and kind of like just giving some time at the beginning to explore the body and all the sensory parts of the body, and I like
Are you distracted by my kissing? Right now?
yeah, no, not just that at all. I embrace it. What makes a good sexual partner? Yeah, that what you're doing right now.
Biting and licking your ear.
Right, exactly. I mean, I don't know.
I've lost your train of thought.
I was gonna say, I'm trying to think. I only really think from my own experience. I can't really try and think outside the box and what generally would do. But like, I guess, I mean, I'm somewhat more submissive. So someone who just kind of not, well, just someone who kind of leads the way. I mean, I can lead the way. I have no issue doing that. But like,
Someone who just goes with the flow
yeah,
and is able to communicate their needs and the wants and when to stop, when to start, how much faster, slower, harder, softer.
yeah. I think that's it. It's just someone who understands.
Knows how to communicate.
Yeah, I don't know how to answer that question.
You don't know how to answer what makes a good sex partner? The Drew Dixon, who's had how many sexual partners, whether it be work or play? We're in the 4 digits, you and I. Come on.
Oh,
Yeah, we've been busy.
do you like more kind of casual? So I'm taking over this the question now.
That's okay.
Do you like more casual things, or do you like intimate, spacious, airy, relaxed things, or do you also like going to the bathhouse and just
Depends
just
on my
being
mood, but
right?
I much more prefer this right now.
Right, okay.
Where it's just you and me in the bedroom,
Yeah.
being intimate,
Just the 4 walls.
just the 4 walls.
Yeah.
If these walls could talk.
You probably,
Yeah.
well, you probably can. And there's a speaker up there.
Oh no. And then like for those times when I'm at the bathhouse when I feel a little more raunchy and a little more naughty and kinky. But that's on like, special occasions like Christmas. And I wear my red and green harness.
But it's funny because like I want to shout out to one of my closest friends, John, who is Scottish, and he doesn't. He just goes cruising. He's like old school. It's like he doesn't go to the, as far as I'm aware, he doesn't go to the bathhouse, or he doesn't hook up with many people like in like kind of close knit settings. He literally like every night will go out cruising and just suck dick.
Wow.
I'm like, I applaud that.
Yeah.
Like just old school, like how you do it in the 90s before I don't know, before Grinder. Just go out cruising.
Where is he cruising?
He lives in Glasgow in Scotland. Scotland.
Great.
Exactly. Got to take a knife with you, mind you. No, we love Scotland. Not that dangerous.
Also, Scottish gays are very aggressive in my experience. They walk in the room penis first.
They do. They know what they want.
Well, their kilts are already flapping. There's a little tent just above where the kilt should be.
And there you go. There you go.
Oh my goodness. No, that's great. I'm not so much a cruiser myself anymore. I was when I was in my earlier 20s, but I don't think that's just in me anymore. I'm 30.
You're not in your early 20s now.
Right. My asshole would beg to differ by how perky it is. Speaking of asshole, I hope you appreciated the coffee flavor there.
Yes. So I went down and started eating your ass, and it was delightful. I couldn't quite pick what brand of coffee. Was it kind of like,
Starbucks?
Was it Colombian? was it Kenyan? Was there like a hazelnut, like syrup?
Earthy tones.
Exactly.
You're very much a rimmer sommelier.
No, I didn't actually. I figured you'd done something. My first thought was, I completely skipped the fact that you just used the bathroom before you came in. I thought maybe you'd come from home like that. So my first thought was like, oh, because it's really warm and humid outside, and obviously everyone's sweaty. Like I walked to the shop
right now.
Right.
Yeah.
My hole is wet, not because of the cum, but because of just the humidity and the sweat. So I thought, wow, this is really impressive. Like you've managed to get from yours to here, however long that has taken you, I don't know. And your ass is fresh and fragrant, ripe.
For the picking.
Now, I guess that will be the true question, is just to see how long that could potentially. Could you actually make a journey across town in the the 80% humidity on public transport and still smell fresh as the daisy when you get to your shags.
Yeah.
But the fact that you did it just before, actually, no, it was
Delightful.
it was delightful.
To be fair, I did do a pre-scrub before leaving my house, and it was vanilla flavor.
Okay.
So then I came into your shower and then put on the coffee flavor.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I had like
A French vanilla.
French vanilla.
Yeah.
I
An
like
English
that.
breakfast.
Ooh la la. Earl Grey.
Earl Grey, yeah,
Earl
exactly.
Grey. That'll be my fucking arsehole. It needs a good bleaching.
Your asshole is great. It's one of the best assholes I have ever had my mouth on.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
well kept. It's
Yeah.
like very lickable.
Thank you.
Likable.
Likeable and
And
lickable.
lickable, yeah.
If you like this podcast, lick, click, and subscribe.
Exactly. Yeah, you click on Drew's asshole picture wherever you see it and rate it 5 stars.
Exactly.
Because it is a 5-star asshole, and plus the cheeks.
I think they've actually grown a little bit since the last. I don't know. I've really been working
The
hard on my
spots.
legs. They're still
Yeah.
squidgy though. They've still got like that kind of
It's got a
gelatin
yeah.
momentum to it.
Oh, I like it. It's
Yeah.
like hypnotic almost.
Got a little jiggle to it. I get it lasered. It's been like 18 months worth of lasering.
Oh no.
It doesn't require that.
Okay.
When I do go, I go now every maybe 6 to 7 weeks. And when I do have it lasered, it just there's the hair is so fine at this point now.
Mhm.
Anyway, but yeah, I like to.
What do you think is the appeal of like a clean, not clean, but rather like hairless hole?
I genuinely do find it more lickable. I like. Well, I mean, I like looking at someone's ass up and seeing the ass cheek, seeing the entire framing. I'm very visual here with the hole and the taint, and then the balls, because the taint goes down across the ball sack,
Mhm.
right? And I like seeing that. It's just the most masculine thing that I
You
could
take the scenic
possibly look
route.
at. Exactly. So I like to, and then because it's hairless, I can just see it.
Right.
It just looks delightful. So yeah.
Well, I don't blame you. I do myself love a hairless bottom. I do. Well, not bottom as in like the person, but like the the whole. Although on other partners, I do love a lot of hair.
That's true, yeah, because that's it. Sometimes I'll watch porn and the guy's got a really hairy ass, and it's just because they're just covered in hair anyway. I'm just like, and if I'm into that at the moment, then I take it all on board.
Mhm.
I think where we have an issue is it's like if you just don't keep it, like if you're going to be hairy, but just keep it kind of. How do I explain it diplomatically without offending
Kept.
anybody? Kept, yes, absolutely. Pruned.
Upkept.
Pruned,
The
absolutely.
upkeep of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you do a little bit of pruning, a little bit of what is it, topiary?
Like exactly, Joe, the fucking rose bush. But that being said, do you know what? I can't remember. Same goes for like the hair over your dick, like the pubes and stuff. And I really rarely meet someone who is completely au naturel.
Mm.
Like just haven't touched it with a barge pole. You know, like I rarely meet people. So people do, you know, there's so many different elements of kind of grooming and being the cosmopolitan man. So I feel like it only goes for bottoms though. Do tops don't have to, do they? If tops
feel like
want to, tops can.
should.
Why
I
not?
feel like
Do you know what the best thing about having a smooth ass
Mhm.
is? When you get in the shower and you get the soap,
it
and you
runs down.
run the soap across your bum
Yes.
and through your like over your crack and stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, it feels so smooth.
That's so
Like,
good.
I feel so nourished.
I feel silky. I feel like I am just burst out of the canal. Fresh.
You are born again.
Exactly. Like a virgin, as
So-
Madonna says.
Yeah, smooth butts are a toot from me. Somebody on Instagram tried to. They've got this new product where it's like a shaver kind of thing, where like you shave it kind of thing. And they were like, "Hey, we'll give you one for free if you promote it." I'm like, "I've got no hair on my ass now anyway.
Sorry.
There'll be nothing that's coming off. I have it all laser. So sorry."
Oh, I love that. Well, let's talk a little bit about the sex that we just had. First of all, amazing as always, as we've had sex multiple times in the past.
Mm-hmm.
What did you like about it?
I like how much noise you make.
How much noise I make?
Yeah. As a top, it's very stimulating to have someone make the right amount of noise. There is a right amount of noise. No noise is a problem, and too much noise is annoying.
Yeah.
Right? It's just like, okay, girl, calm down.
Yeah. This isn't the porno that we're in.
Exactly. There's no cameras here. So no, it was just the right amount of noise. I enjoyed it in your ass, obviously. We would discuss that.
Eating my ass, the noise that I'm making, I'm glad.
I love how flexible you are.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's all the pole stretching.
All the pole stretching.
The pole and the hole stretching.
The pole and the hole. It means I can get you into positions easier and quicker, and it's we can go in nice and deep.
Yeah. Well, we're about to have more sex after the recording of this episode, so we can definitely try more positions.
Exactly.
For you, I love how great of a kisser you are. You are amazing at that. And I think you just have this like natural ability to read my body language and respond accordingly. So, for example, I'm very nipple sensitive, but when you discovered that, like, I started to arch my back as my nipples were being stimulated, you're like, okay, I'm going to stay right here. And really
that's exactly it. Because you know people who aren't, and they don't react to it. So
yeah, that's true. I've once heard someone call their partner ninja quiet.
Oh no. The only noise that's been made is
that's zero noise. Ninja quiet. How silent do you have to be to like appear as if you're not even in the room anymore?
And it's do you know what's funny? I filmed some content. I've filmed a lot of content, and one or two pieces. When I sit back, I'll film things. I'll put it into the iCloud, and then like a couple of months later, I'll drag it down from the iCloud. I'll sit down and edit it. And there's been one or two occasions when I'm watching back this content, and the person I'm performing with has made no noise. No noise.
Why the hell
can't.
not?
And I bin the content. I can't use it. It's really awkward to watch. I think in the moment when I'm filming, obviously I'm kind of focusing on the camera and doing other things, but yeah, I would hate to be in a position where like you're having sex with somebody and they're just ninja quiet, as you said, because I know for a fact, like I said, from someone who's watched it back, my own stuff, watching it back, I'm like, no, man, that's not exciting.
Because how do you know if they're even responding or liking it if they're not making any sort of noise?
But that's it. Then you have to ask them, don't you? Like,
but I don't want to keep asking. I just want to go with the flow and hear you respond accordingly.
There must be ways of encouraging. Like, I'll be like, if that was the case, I would say something like, "Yeah, do you like that?" It's a yes or no question. So hopefully they'll say yes.
Yeah.
Unless they respond back in sign language,
which is fine.
It's still communicating, but you need
some sort of call and response, a question and answer, right?
Yeah.
You definitely need someone who knows how to communicate in bed. I guess really what it comes down to is communication before, during, and after sex. Yeah.
I mean, nowadays, I think everyone is like an OnlyFans star, aren't they? Say star in inverted commas. But do you think it's like it would be useful for somebody to film themselves having sex just so they can watch it back, just to kind of gauge how much noise they're making and gauge like what their partner's reactions might be. I mean, obviously film with consent, guys, maybe within the confines of a relationship, or you wouldn't start
I thought you were going to say the confines of a hotel room.
or whatever. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying it's a good idea. I'm just wondering, having watched myself back so many times, I know what my face is doing. I know how much noise I'm making. I know if I say fuck a lot. I'm like, oh fuck, 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 oh, fuck, fuck. You know,
That's gonna be my new ringtone now.
ding 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 ding, fuck, fuck,
Fuck. Money don't jiggle jiggle. Fuck,
money,
fuck.
that fuck, fuck, fuck.
Louis Theroux featuring Drew Dixon.
I want royalties. So I guess that, I mean, I don't know if that's good advice or not, but
No, that was great.
it might be something.
It is one of your many talents.
You can evaluate your performance. Oh, that's good.
I'm massaging you right now.
All the knots in my shoulders from the weekend.
Oh, our Pride weekend has been quite the eventful weekend, I would say.
It is great.
Yeah.
It was, did you have a highlight of Pride? I know we're
No, it's okay. I like talking about this. Well, one of the highlights was that being able to take 3 penises on one day, one after the other, and still able to go to work, which is great. And then the other highlight was being able to march with the AIDS Committee of Toronto.
Good.
One of my favorite organizations, and helping bring awareness to HIV/AIDS, U=U, PrEP, and just seeing how well people responded to my Malibu Ken outfit, my pink mesh crop top, and really tiny pink shorts.
So a lot of compliments.
I was getting stopped a lot on the street for people asking for my picture.
Photos, yeah.
They're like, "We love your costume." I'm like, "Thanks, but I'm just trying to find my friends. I'm really lost right now. There's so many people, especially in green space when you can't find anyone."
Oh my god, that was bedlam.
Yeah, and then I had a white girl that stopped me in my tracks, and she was like, "Queen!" I'm like, "Oh, okay, I don't know who you are, but okay, go off, I guess."
Oh, people were in good spirits.
Yeah,
I just embrace it, you know.
Yeah.
Just take it all in.
Kind heart, multi-talented. Oh, speaking of talents, last time that we recorded this episode was like back in September. You took me on a little bit of a mini tour of the UK with the different accents.
Oh, my different accents.
Yeah, do you mind doing that for me now? Because I'd love to go on another vacation.
I can only take you to certain places, so I can start with Liverpool if you want.
I'm talking to the Vivian right now.
Talking to the Vivian. Jesus fucking Christ. You fucking Danny Beard, you know. Fucking love Danny Beard.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
I fucking love her. I think she's fantastic.
Oh wow.
And then you go up to like, you know, Yorkshire.
Yorkshire.
And you go up north, all the way up north. You know, they drink tea.
Yeah.
Hey up, duck. That's what they'll say. Like when you greeting in the greeting. What accent was that? I don't know. Welcome back to Liverpool.
What about Geordie Shore?
I can't do the Newcastle accent.
Or the
Way Apex champion. I can't do it. They say champion a lot. Champion. Way Apex. And I can go down to Wales. I can go to like the valleys in Welsh, in Wales, in Cardiff, and Aberystwyth and Swansea, and they've got a lot. It's a lot thicker up in the north.
Oh, but talking to Taron Edgerton now.
But I'm perfecting my Brummie accent because that's where I'm from. Birmingham. Brummie, yeah. Yammer voice, am I?
So if you're from Birmingham, what accent do you have now? Your natural accent?
Well, the thing is with my Brummie accent, right? Now listen here, Bab.
Babs.
I like Babs. The thing is, my parents are from Kent. Oh, I don't know what accent. My parents are from Kent, so which is a Kentish accent, which I can't do a Kent accent either. I can't. Kent has kind of got like an Essex tone to it, but it's not quite Essex.
The only way is Essex.
Shut up. Shut up. When I think of the only ways, when I think of Essex, all I think about is Gemma Collins. Like, I can't do it, Darren. I can't do it. Shut up. It's not fair, Darren. Is that Darren? Is Darren a boyfriend? I can't remember who her boyfriend was, but yeah, she keeps saying someone's name.
One of my favorite accents that I've heard was the Derry accent from Ireland. Who's one of those like famous girls? She was like making headlines because she lied about her age. Nadine Cole.
Nadine Kyle.
Kyle.
Hi.
My name's Nadine Kyle. I'm in Germany.
I'm Germany. That's it. You know that reference. That's from Pop Idol. No, Pop Stars The Rivals in 2001, I think.
Germany. Wait, what's my birthday? What did I just say? How did she not know?
I used to work at a call center, and I used to get Irish customers phone me up, and there's the Dublin accent. So anything, I guess, on the east coast of Ireland, I could almost get, but then you go into like the country of on the western coast, and it's so.
What's your Irish accent like?
I Guinness.
Top of the morning to you.
Top of the morning to you.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a bit cliche, isn't it?
I feel like I'm fucking a leprechaun right now.
Yeah. Yes, you are.
Your Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms. Lucky Charms. Hey, I don't know. I think I can get it if I try.
Try.
But I've got to really think about it, you know.
You also mentioned your Scottish friend John. Have you ever tried to mimic him?
Yes, and then he tells me off because he says it's like, what is it? What's that kind of not racism,
Stereotype?
I don't know. There's some sort of ism that, like, you know, people are latching onto that. You know, it's plagiarism. I don't know what plagiarism means.
I'm just gonna copy the definition of plagiarism from the dictionary because I don't know what it means.
I don't know what it means.
That's very meta. What does it sound like? You're Scottish. Your best Scottish.
Do you want to take a wee peek at my growler?
Ooh!
That's just a quote from was it
Gerard Butler. Now we're talking.
Aye.
Have you ever tried like a posh, like Queen King accent?
Yes, absolutely, all the time.
Yes.
I think you'll find, like, you know, if you think that you've got a large nose and you just squinch it up a little bit, and well, yes, I don't understand anything. What's going on right now?
No.
It's quite delightful.
Oh,
Just use very large words, you know, large words like furniture. It's just. And you just talk as if everything's disgusting and people are peasants.
Right. And you keep your lips closed.
So
like this.
I was on public transport earlier, and you have to pay for it. I don't understand why. Absolutely disgraceful. And anyway, so I could go on all day.
Oh God, okay. What do you think is the sexiest accent, though?
The Toronto accent.
Oh, is it because I'm from there? And I think the sexiest accent is from Birmingham.
No one says that. Honestly, have you been? No,
I have to.
No one says that.
I
think Birmingham has. I think on a lot of polls, if you just to Google like worst accents in the UK, Birmingham often or not appears.
Mm-hmm.
In the Black Country. Anyway, so for the rest of the interview, I'm going to talk like this.
Please no.
Yes, because it's really sexy, you know. You're like, oh yeah, fuck my
I take it back.
I love it when you put your dick in me. Oh fuck yeah.
No.
Oh, give it to me. Could you imagine that? Oh fuck. Oh, I'm gonna come. I'm coming. Oh fuck. All right, Babs.
I take it back.
Okay, yeah.
I take it back. I think the sexiest accent is whatever Drew Dixon is saying.
I think the sexiest accent is probably something like Italian or Spanish. Something that I can't understand what they're saying.
Well, I should start speaking to you in Spanish more often.
Yeah, I definitely think...
¿No entiendes español?
¿Cómo estás?
Ay, muy bien. El español necesita trabajo.
Qué rico. Quiero, what is I want?
Yes.
Quiero una galleta.
Quiero una galleta?
Yes.
Which means?
I want a cookie.
I thought that was going to be slang for something.
No. Well, I mean, cookies could be slang for something.
Well, speaking of cookie, quiero tú.
Sí.
Ahora.
And on that note,
we're going to see you all soon. Thank you for joining me again.
Thank you so much,
Drew. We're going to keep fucking, and because I'm really horny right now. Yeah. Remind the people again where they can find you.
They can find me on a plane. I'm often on a plane. I spend more time on a plane than I do on the ground. No, You can find me on Twitter at DrewDixonXXX. Or you can find me on Instagram at Drew.DixonXXX. That's on the basis that I still have an Instagram account by the time this podcast comes out because I'm on my fourth one already. Or you can find me skulking around the back alleys near dumpsters and a kebab shop. Because I like a bacon butty, I do, you know. Oh, do you have a bacon butty, do you?
Bacon butty?
Bacon butty, yeah.
What's
It's just
that?
basically a bacon sandwich, you know.
Oh.
I know they call it a butty, isn't it funny?
I wouldn't know. I haven't had anything to eat since this morning.
Oh my
In
God.
preparation. No, I'm kidding.
She is a professional bottom. And on that note, let me put my penis back in you.
Okay, perfect. Bye, everybody. See you at the next episode. Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Sex Ed with Tim podcast. Sex Ed with Tim is created and produced by me, Tim Lagman. Music is Aces High by Kevin MacLeod. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at GaySlutClown and at Sex Ed with Tim. You can also like and follow me on the Sex Ed with Tim Facebook page. If you enjoyed the show, please rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks for all your support, you dirty little slut. Mwah.